What is the typical mortgage process timeline? Scott Seaman here, and I got that question just yesterday, and there's two answers. One is very simple. You apply, we do credit, we get some financials, you find a house, you go under contract, there's inspections, there's appraisals, there's underwriting, maybe a few more financials, a final walkthrough, and we close. Piece of cake. What is that, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks? I always tell people every process is kind of revolves around a 4-week timeline. We can do it in 3, piece of cake. If you want to do it in 2 weeks, we can all do it, but everybody's going to be a little bit angry with each other because everybody will feel rushed. So that's a typical answer. But I'll tell you, the magic and I'll tell you also the stress comes in the in-between moments, and it also comes in the transitions. So over time, I've put together a 4-phase way of doing business. There's an emotional charge during a mortgage loan process. Phase 1 is from our initial conversation until you apply. There's questions that need to be answered. There's goals and dreams and expectations and excitement that needs to be addressed. And we do that really, really well. There's nothing more important than starting off right. Then we go from application to contract. Well, that's a time of opportunity. It's a time to figure out if there's issues with finances. Is there, can we narrow down the price point? Where are you looking? What are rates doing? There's a lot that goes on during that time frame, whether that time frame is a couple days or a few months or even years right now. So that application to contract is a very, very important phase. And I'll tell you, the emotional shift changes a little bit, and we become a little bit more friendly, a little bit more advisory. We really get to know each other during that time frame. And then the rubber meets the road. Contract to close, this is the show. This is when everything comes together at once. It's like, oh my gosh, we're really doing this, and we're in it together, and we get you through. And that is underwriting and more financials and getting through the appraisal and the inspection and all those kind of good things. And we do that with a great deal of communication. And then finally, the 4th phase is post-close. We're not leaving you hanging. We're not setting you up on just some random CRM just to touch base with you with a holiday greeting once a year. No, we are invested. We want to make sure that you have resources down the road. We want to make sure that we're part of your future decisions. And we want to do our job really, really well. So maybe you'll tell other people about us. So that's my 4-phase way of doing business. It has been a fantastic way to meet new people, generate new friendships, and just have a whole lot of fun during a very stressful, emotionally charged financial transaction. So if you want to know more, give me a call, shoot me a DM back on this message. I'd be happy to chat about it. I hope you're having a great day. Look forward to hearing from you soon.